Oxiana, you're literally saving me from my boredom. I was asking myself, what am I going to do this evening? Well, hello. I am glad to be of service. Mess hall in the center with barracks flanking? That is a good idea. Yeah, though the thing with that is that you miss out on the opportunity then to have, like, if I have the barracks going down one side, well, actually, I was going to say, if I have the barracks going down one side like that, then I've got a dedicated exit point. Because what I would like, ultimately, is to have where people sleep and where people eat as a self-contained area. It doesn't have access to outside. Or rather, it does have access to the outside, but it doesn't have anything else that isn't necessary in this space. So I could have my mess hall here. I could possibly even pop some showers down here. I'd only need 4 showers because there would only be 4 people on a shift. So yeah, a shower in this room might not be a bad idea. Or I could have a shower down here, for example. Massage tables would be nice. Possibly a hospital, mind you. A hospital might be a good one to have in the main living quarters as well. But remember, eventually these are going to become apartments. So maybe it would be better to have smaller great halls so that... yeah. Because ultimately, this will be... if we have these barracks for now, this great hall would eventually just seat 4. Now I can have another 4 down here, and another great hall that seats 4 down there. That might not be a bad idea. We'll think about it. We will think about it. A small great hall. Look, okay, you know what I mean. It makes sense. You're just choosing not to see the sense. You scoundrel, you. Whomp. If we did have an exit out in that direction, that's what it would be. But for now, we can just wall it off, I guess. Okay, let's come out there. Is this granite? Yes, it is granite. So it means we're not digging through that anytime soon, unfortunately. Also, that's going to be a raging hot granite. Which I'm not particularly happy about, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay. I need to make sure that that's all level 4. We don't want any of that built right now. Right, this should only... well, this should actually be similar to these, and that is they should be priority 7s. They're not strictly life support, they're just really important. Research complete. We've got advanced research. Hooray! Also, what do we get? Bed and bath. Have at least 1 toilet in the colony and a bed for every duplicant. Hooray. Hooray. Okay, so research complete. Now we need those precious, precious insulated tiles. It's going to be a bit of a long research, but crack on. Also, we're going to need to make room. For a supercomputer. Have a look at the heat in here. I mean, it's not terrible, but it is going to get bad eventually. I am increasingly thinking that having a storage bin down here for the super hot granite would be an idea. Because the water would soak up a lot of that energy. I mean, it'll warm the water up, but the water's going to be getting deleted with the research. So, oh, this tea is gorgeous. Thank you so much, Ian. Lady Kate Lena, thank you very much for redeeming name in game. You finally got enough points. And yes, Nerida, the colony was voted on. Rather, a new start was voted on. I'm glad you enjoyed the Graveyard Keeper playthrough, Desktop Adonis. I'm glad that that it brought the game to your attention and that you're enjoying playing it yourself. Wow, you're making good progress there. Well done. Make sure this entire room is still a low priority, because it realistically is. Yeah, that lavatory is down. It's okay. For the time being, it's alright. We are getting low on calories, though. That being said, we've actually got a lot of people, and it's 47. Sorry, we've got 47,000 calories, but we do still need to get a farm up and running. Probably sooner rather than later, though. And for each duplicant, you need 4 mealwood to satisfy their hunger. For the time being, sure. Let's just throw something down, nice and simple. Let's think of... I could just go with planter boxes because it really doesn't matter. I don't need farm tiles because there's not going to be a permanent farm. I'm fairly certain it's 4 per duplicant. Depending on the way you cook it. Let me just have a quick look. Mealwood, where art thou? Produces meal lice. 600 calories. It produces it over, if it's domesticated, 3 cycles. So that's 200 calories a cycle. Duplicant eats 1,000, I believe. Let's just pause that there. Yeah, 1,000 calories a cycle, unless they have some sort of modifier to this. So actually, no, they're going to need 5 per duplicant if I'm just having them eat the meal lice, which I'm going to. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That'll be enough meal lice there to keep the colony going for now. Until we add more people. But then I can just expand that out more. And we'll have more and more and more mealwood. All it's going to consume is dirt. Now, we've got enough pips on the map that that might not be a problem for us. And eventually, we are going to want a nice, big, arbitrary farm. And that will get us even more dirt over time. Well, the farm's dying under the toilets. We have no farms down. No, these are the oxyferns. The oxyferns are dying because they don't have enough CO2. I'm going to want to move oxyferns down here. But first, I'm going to need to uproot them. So, for that, and on a high priority, please remove the oxyfern that no longer have any CO2. Because there's no point in keeping them there. You've still got some. None of you have any. And then we're going to relocate those. The pips are doing something of a decent job of getting that made. Let's have a quick look at the room map. We've got 2 rooms, bedrooms only, which means that, you know, we've got a little bit of morale. We've got some duplicant skills. Oh, research complete. Airflow tile, gas valve, a liquid valve. Oh, a manual airlock. Right, yeah, we're missing the research. But as soon as you're done with that, then the other research will probably be a high priority to get to. Shelly. There we go. You are now a brainy one. Please employ your brain to great effect. We need hard digging. It is the way it is. Okay, there we are. Once I've got the necessary ones, like Shelly is just going to barrel down the research tree because it makes sense for Shelly. But everyone else they're going to get to what I need them to do. So Robert, you're going to be on improved farming, and you can just stop there for now. The Force, I am going to need to get you to Critter Ranching 1. And then you can stop there. So you're going to go through farming to Critter Ranching 1. Robert may actually do the same thing, because then they can help out with the ranching. So we'll probably take both of you to that. But Alacramps has done all that I strictly need them to do right now. I only need to get through granite for the time being. Being able to take out Abyssalite is going to be important, but we've not even seen Abyssalite yet, so it's not a biggie. The moment that you've achieved everything I need you to achieve, I'm going to put at least one level into research, because that's going to accelerate the speed at which you learn your other skills from that point onwards. I'll pop another one of those down there as well. Right, these uns, I need them to be real wood, and I would like them to be tended to at the same priority as we tend to as we take care of the toilets. Down here, we can have oxyfern, same thing. Now the problem with oxyfern, 19 kilos of water per cycle, but right now our only source of oxygen, so we need to get that up and running. Say the next priority, once we've got the insulated tile so that we can stop the heat from getting too crazy, is to go for, more than likely, well, it's not the deodorizer, no. What we really need to do is to get electrolyzer going up and running as fast as we can. Again, a little bit of coal would be good, because we do now need it down here to feed the oxyferns effectively. Where I'll set up my initial power generation, that doesn't really matter over much, but probably on this side so that the CO2 just flows straight down into the oxyferns. Or maybe just above the oxyferns. I might make a little bit of a CO2 trap by building a little wall there and having airflow tiles so the CO2 from the generators will go straight down onto the oxyferns. We'll see what I do with that, but we'll get there soon, hopefully. Right, copy that setting all the way across. There we are. Copy that setting all the way across. There we go. And we'll keep that going for now. Those are the plans, the initial plans. Hiya, Kenny. How you doing, buddy? There we go. Sure, okay. Half do the job. Not like I need it or anything. I'm just going to allow the arbor trees to, get up to their... Well, do arbor trees, like everything else, just shed their branches naturally? I'm not actually sure if they do. Or if they do, it's possibly over such a long time period. I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure. I'm getting a little bit impatient seeing these rooms not done, so I'm actually going to increase the priority of the dig jobs in there as well. Problem is, I'm giving them so many other places to dig. It's really my own fault, but I do want that done reasonably soon. Got a new skill. Probably going to be the force. There we go. Let's get you farming. There we are. And for the time being, you can join the farmers. Everyone has got more morale than they need, and that will go up soon. For the time being, we're going to have to work through that. Chomp. Peps are doing their work. Oh, really? Did you just pick up the oxygen? No, I want... Oh, you little scoundrels. You little scoundrels that you are. New principles. Coal. 3,000 kilos. Now. I mean, we've got 152 kilos in the colony. This would add a lot. Or we could take a person. And that compost heap needed. No. Compost heap not needed. I'm going. That's why I've made a container under the water, is so that I can pop the polluted dirt in there, so it won't sublimate. However, I may set up the compost heap, but the thing is, they generate a lot of heat. And like in real life, composting actually generates quite a lot of heat. And we're already a little bit worried about heat. So until I've resolved the heat issue, I'm not going to worry about compost. Yeah, do we have enough air for another derp? That is a good question, because it's not actually so much the food right now, it's the air. Thank you, Aavak, for the wonderful content you have created. Time for me to get back to playing Moonbase, my latest game obsession. Oh, is that the one with the cat? Either way, though, I hope you enjoy your gaming, Joker. There is a diver's lungs derp, another one that can't do cooking, though. But has medicine. That's a skill that we don't have yet. And supplying. You know, a dedicated hauler is always a good thing, actually. We've got a farmer tidier, a suit-wearing builder. Cannot do doctoring errands, cannot do cooking errands. Decreased calories. Bottomless stomach is not something we want right now, so as interesting as you might be, Nisbet, I mean, that being said, we're soon going to be at a point where we're producing enough food for everyone, but you would need a little bit more. You'd need an extra 2 plants just to satisfy your hunger. I'm going to say let's go for the coal. That will eventually be turned into oxygen and power. Oxygen more than power really is my focus there, but it would eventually be helpful for us. Right, colony achievement earned. Outdoor renovations. Construct a building outside the initial starting biome. Marvellous. How lovely. But yes, we do now have someone who can excavate these areas, which is quite nice. Now, the thing is, do we want to be in there? No. Are we going to go there? Probably, unfortunately. To that end, though, I am actually going to cancel the construction here. And the reason why I'm going to cancel that construction is because we would be fully digging into that hot biome there. I want to get our insulated tile up before I do that, if I can avoid it. Well done here. There we go. As soon as these 2 are built, then I can get rid of these 3. That has been made. Fantastic. Let's pause that there. I want polluted dirt down here as a bit of a high priority, actually. But that's the only thing that currently sublimates. Over here, I want specifically granite when the time comes. I'm actually, yeah, that was going to be an 8 as well. That's a very high priority. Right, so let's find this polluted dirt. There we go. Sweep. Yoink. Let's get that out of there. Please and thank you. Cheers. Let's get that down there and out of the way so it can't sublimate at the very least. Choink. Also, while you're here, may as well get all of that water up. Right, I'm going to have to re-dig those plants because bloody pips. They are a menace. This one, that one can stay there for the time being, I guess. The granite is going to go under the water, yes, Photino decay, sorry. The reason for that is granite on this map is effectively in place of bissolite, at least in this starting area. Look at the temperatures. They're holding off the heat outside. So where I've had to dig granite in order to access something, I want to put that away somewhere. Now, if I pop the granite down here into this storage bin, it'll heat up the storage bin. The storage bin will then heat up the water. The water is going to be able to hold a lot of heat energy before it starts to be a problem for me. I mean, it won't eat the heat. It will have, in a roundabout way, because we're currently funneling the water into the supercomputer. And then the supercomputer is basically eating that heat. I believe the supercomputer may actually be warming up based on the water put inside it, but it's probably still a smaller problem than just having the granite sitting around doing nothing. Trying to manage things where I can. Keep that one as a 7, please and thank you. Alright, eventually, these will be private bathrooms. And I will probably make them private once these become apartments. Right now, I don't mind. Namely because we don't have space, I guess is the thing there. But right now, toilets can clog. Once we have plumbed-in bathrooms, because realistically, at that point, they're not going to get clogged. Not if you're doing well. If your toilets are getting clogged, then you've poorly designed your plumbing. But once we have a plumbed-in bathroom, I will restrict access to those rooms to just the people who use these areas. But now that we have this, we no longer need these. So could you deconstruct these? And I'm going to have them deconstructed as a priority. I'll leave that one until later. Oh, actually, no, I won't. There we go. Right, now I want the polluted dirt to be swept as a priority. And this is the primary reason why I wanted it taken apart as a priority. It's such a high priority. This one doesn't need to be taken apart as a high priority. But, not really. I'm still waiting on it. But that way I could control and be there for the moment that the polluted dirt was available for me to get out of the way. You're having a lot of fun with Harvest Moon Light of Hope. Awesome. I'm not sure that I've played that one. There we go. Everything is dealt with. Well done. Where's that polluted dirt? There we go. Sweep that as a priority. Now, we've got nothing to do with the polluted water, which is a problem that I'm not yet ready to fix. So we're just going to have to live with that one, I'm afraid. It is a shame, but it is what it is. Still got many more mulewood plants that we need to be able to fully support this colony. All that done as quickly as we can. There we go. Right, so with that, we're still doing a bit of research, but at this stage, I can probably look to start setting up this room. And as much as it may not be the smartest move, we're going to go ahead and place this in there. I'm going to dig it just across because that's ultimately where that's going to live. So I don't want to waste space elsewhere. But we desperately need oxygen, like, oh my lord, so badly. So can we have this excavated as a priority? Let's tap into that oxygen there, because there's a lot of breathable oxygen just waiting for us. Just sat there waiting. We're going to have to dig up through here rather than through this area first. Let me go ahead and do that. Tonk. Like so. Actually, let's avoid messing with the arbitrary. Those are nice little self-contained areas that I'm not in a rush to mess up. There we go. That'll do a bit better. And then eventually we're going to set up a pump to move this elsewhere. I need to decide where I'm going to have my clean water and my polluted water. They will almost certainly exist outside the habitation area. The habitation area will just be the food, the mess hall, the living quarters, showers, and a hospital / massage area. We'll see on that one. But I don't want any actual work going on there. I mean, technically the hospital is a place of work. But I would rather that be in the place where I'm going to be actively trying to temperature control it and make sure it's oxygenated, etc., etc., rather than outside. But everything else, more or less, is going to be outside of the temperature-controlled location. The only things going into my duplicant living area will be food being brought in from the outside. Also, clean water for the lavatories and the showers. There will not be... and there'll be a polluted water outflow. Other than that, oxygen will be pumped in from outside. And a coolant of some sort. That's where I'm going with that. Hello, Anicia. I'm doing well, thank you very much for asking. How about yourself? Oh, we're out of power there, but that's fine. Yes, 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 I know. It's not the nicest food, but still, it's food. Stop being so ungrateful. That's right, let's tap into the oxygen over here. Ah! Who dat? Crispy Goth! Thank you so much for the 23 months. Good evening, all you dapper folks. Good evening to you. I hope you're doing well. Well, I do actually start to need to look around. We've got a volcano over there. What type of volcano? Who can say? Or it could be a geyser. I'm not actually sure. I'm not au fait on how to work out what something is just by the looks of it yet. Like from the dimensions and things like that, but... I know that there is a trick to just working out what an event is, but I think the surprise is fun. Personally speaking. Copy, pump. Right, now is when I want granite brought over here. Raw mineral. Oh, we don't have it yet. The sandstone is 36 degrees. I guess this dirt is slowly getting hot because of the granite. Yeah, this igneous rock over there is getting equally quite warm. Maybe I will just allow everything to be brought over here. Why is sandstone not shown there, though? Strange. Oh well. I'll allow them to store the igneous... Well, no, let's not grab the igneous rock. Some of it, I will allow them to store it. But for the most part, just get it down there. I could later on build something that allows me to just dump things into the water. Because that would nice and conveniently temperature control the stuff. But we'll see how that goes. Well, let's have a look at rooms. Okay, that should be helping out with the derp's morale at the very least. Aavak, you can't see what it is until you dig it out. At least partially. As all of them have the same amount of neutronium under them. Unless you use the priority cheese cheat to see what it is. Well, isn't there some... Well, yeah, you did say partially. There's some method, like, as you dig the corners, you can kind of eliminate what it can't be. Because certain things would have to be a certain dimension underneath it. But yeah, you're probably right. Just from having a look at that ball of granite, obsidian, and neutronium is going to give me no clues. Right, well, at the very least, you've got your private rooms. I would love it if this would be done quickly, though. Like, super love it, actually. And then after that, we're going to need to get up here. But we have got a lot of work for our peeps to be doing. Tell me that, please tell me that isn't an unreachable dig. No, it is not. Okay, good. Cycle 8 report ready. Let's have a look. Oxygen. We've made 100 kilos and we've used 119. Okay. Water. Does it tell me how much water is Just moved around. Stress change, really? Robert, wow. Oh, it's because you were so wet. Right. Cold day. Okay. Yeah, everyone's a little bit upset about the low oxygen, though. I'm trying my best, peeps.